way of living seems to be too much for you.
All right, what's going on, everybody? We are back at it again. It is, let's see, Sunday, September 25th. It's 78 degrees. It literally feels like it's 90 degrees out. 3:50 in the afternoon, and I'm out here at the farm getting ready to hike back up to kind of that point, that outlook stand that overlooks pretty much those two main fields. I've got the Tinks doe pea with me today, so we're going to be putting that drag, and I'm going to drag that all the way up to the stand. Hopefully that's going to intercept anything crossing that field or get on that trail and follow it up to me. But we're going to hike back here today. I want to congratulate Keenan for breaking the ice for us again this season. First blood. If you haven't checked that episode, just dropped it this morning. Head over to the YouTube channel and make sure you check that out. But congratulations, Keenan. Great footage. And yeah, put us on the board. Now we're all chasing Keenan. But we're going to hike back here and hopefully have some luck tonight. Again, I don't have a lot of intel. I do have a sketchy photo. I'm not even going to show it to you guys, of what I think could be a 10 or a 12 point. But it's real blurry, and both of them, he wasn't standing still to get a good picture. But I'm pretty sure I know what deer that is, and I'm pretty excited. That's why I'm going to come out here today and bear this wind, because it's like 25, 30 mile an hour wind gust. Another reason why I'm actually doing my opening interview from the truck and not the stand, because I don't know what that wind noise is going to be like once I get up on this point. So guys, I'm going to hike back here and get in this stand. I'm going to get all set up, and we're going to settle in here for 3-4 hours, and hopefully we're going to bring you some really good action. All right, everybody, all set up. Now it's time to get lathered up in that face fill foam. Get rid of all that scent, any sweat, any human odor that I created on the way in here. So again, I've got the Phase lotion. I showered in Phase, covered my entire body with the lotion, really got in my beard. So for you guys that are rocking a beard, take that Phase lotion, get in your beard. But the final step is that Phase feel foam right there. Let's get lathered up. I always like to take it and put it on the brim of my hat. Really soak that in there. I know I say it like every year, but in the early season when it's still hot, it's like, not only is it helping reduce my scent and my footprint in the air, but at the same time, man, it feels good. It's cool, it's refreshing, it doesn't break you out. I use Phase literally all season long, whether I'm going to work or whether I'm going to the field. I use Phase.
I'd rather you come out and tell me now, than acting like none of it bothers you somehow. 'Cause that's what they always do. They end up wanting to change you. The shows, the lights, the smoke, guitars look at us like some kind of stars.
All right, everybody, back at it again. It is September 29th, and down here at the main farm, and I'm down here in this hole doing my interview because up top the wind is just whipping, and kind of waited here for a second because it's even loud down here. But if you remember from an episode or two ago, set up this double stand for Matt here behind me, and we've got our first rub 20 yards, less than 20 yards from that tree stand. So really excited about that, seeing that fresh sign. I'm going to pull the cards on all the cameras down here. I've got like 21, 22 cameras on the farm. I'm going to pull all the cards today, but we're really just kind of leaving this alone. You might be able to hear, but the acorns are dropping off these oaks. We've got 2 oak flats on this property, so we're going to really start working those probably this weekend. And then tonight, after I get all this done, I'm actually headed out to this public piece, and Matt and I are going to hike in on a different area we haven't been on before. So we're gonna head out there. It's kind of where we've been putting our time, letting this kind of just simmer, let the bucks naturally come on, get that intel, and then start devising a plan on how we're gonna chase them down. So, but that's a good sign. I mean, that's a good rub. So I'm going to keep on after it here, and hopefully we're going to be bringing you some really good content here tonight. Last time I was out on this public land piece, I saw, I don't know, 10, 12 deers, the most I've ever seen out there. So we're going to try a different spot, and just based off our topo maps, I think it's going to be a really good area. So we're going to hike in there tonight. Like I said, I'm letting this place kind of just simmer down. I wouldn't even be talking to you guys, but trying to keep you kind of up to date on what we've got going on, but not pushing down too far. And hopefully I've got some really good intel to show you here before too long. All right, everybody, back here on this public, and we just came in light, no stands, just gonna on off the ground. The idea was to find the best sign, find a bunch of crossings. So I got Matt on the other side of this old logging road. There's a food plot down below us, a couple 100 yards, and I walked up on this other point. I'm gonna sit here on this log, and I got basically 2 logging roads on both sides of me, old logging roads. Just came up here and walked up on my first shed on public this year. So, a ton of sign over there, heavy trail coming across the road. Big oak flat down here in the bottom. So I'm gonna sit up on this log and sit here until dark, see what we see. Here's the big oak. That's been there for a while. The squirrels have devoured it. But we found a really big buck print over there going across, and then we found some rubs on some cedar trees. And then I come in and find a shed. Maybe we'll find a buck. All right, back at it again here, but as you can see, I'm not in the woods. It is Friday, September 30th, and I am headed out to Mountain Ridge Archery in Cub Run, Kentucky. And why am I headed out to the archery store? Well, yesterday, like I showed you guys, I was going out to meet Matt at that public land spot, and Matt pulled in. I'm getting my gear ready, and Matt gets his gear ready, and get all suited up, ready to hike in the woods. And I'm like, oh, I want to start my OnX, and I want to do the tracking feature on here. So hold my bow. So I hand my bow to Matt, and he was like, Dave, you cannot shoot. Sorry, I'm on this little bitty old country back road, and it is absolutely tiny. Like, I don't understand Kentucky and our back roads. Like, this is farming community. Make the roads bigger so that the tractors can get on it. I mean, you're liable to run Amish out here on these back roads. But Matt's like, man, you can't shoot this bow. I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't shoot my bow. He's like, look at this. And guys, my limb on my bow was all splintered out. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize it. So everything happens for a reason, but yesterday's hunt turned into more just a scouting endeavor. We found a really good spot, lots of sign, pretty excited about it. And I was like, man, because we did set up on the ground. And I was like, tonight's going to be the night I see a monster buck, and I'm going to be petrified to pull that trigger or to pull this bow back. And anyway, that didn't happen. Look, there's right there in the road. There's Amish everywhere. Come around one of these blind curves, and there's a buggy going 2 miles an hour, and you run them over. Oh, so dangerous. I don't know why Kentucky we can't make these big back roads. Like, if you go to Nebraska, I don't know if any of y'all from Nebraska, y'all have the best back roads ever. Big, wide, straight back roads. I mean, Kentucky needs to get on board. But anyway, headed down to Trophy Ridge Trophy Ridge Archery down here in Cub Run, Kentucky. And the reason why is they are an elite dealer, and they still have some inventory for their 2022 products. Guys, I'm not that guy that goes out there and gets a new bow every year. I absolutely love my elite bow. And I mean, it's dialed in, it's smooth, it feels good. Like, it's my bow. And I don't feel the need to go out and get a new bow every year. But I like Elite, and this is an Elite dealer. They have a nice pro shop down here, so we are headed down to check out the inventory of a new Elite bow for the 2022 season. Stay tuned. All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Sunday, October 2nd, and I'm exhausted. So we have not been producing a lot of content. We've been doing a lot of filming, but we just haven't gotten into the bucks. Just slick heads pretty much on every hunt. Matt and I went on public yesterday morning, hiked all the way in there. I didn't see anything. He's seen a couple of doe at like 40, 50 yards. That was it. We scouted that area the rest of the afternoon, put in about 4 miles, 2 miles each way, and just didn't get the sign that I was looking forward to kind of give me an exciting feeling about that spot. So went ahead and backed on out of there, and then got back out this morning, went out to the farm, and man, I seen every bit of 30, if not 40 deer, a couple little young bucks, nice tight rack 8-point that came across the food plot at 200 yards. But by the time I got the camera up and running, he was already gone, out of view. But seen a lot of deer. Just I'm out of the game where I'm hunting right now, which is crazy because every other year those deer walk right in front of there, and now they're not even hitting that camera. They're all back towards the food plot. So I'm going to change it up this evening. I'm going to go in and put this pop-up blind on the tower, and I'm going to get that all secured in for the season. So if you haven't seen my previous episodes, we're kind of show you how I do that and what we do to keep it from one, blowing away, two, getting stolen. So we're going to get that done today. I'm going to drop some of this rack 1 corn smack and some of the peanut butter out in this field, this food plot, at about 25 yards from this tower. And we're going to go right back at it tonight. Like I said, I've seen a lot of deer. Hope to see a lot of deer tonight. Matt did take a shot this morning, so a shot was fired. But unfortunately, I don't know if he hit a branch or hit his blind. I'm not sure, but it did deflect and hit right at probably 5 foot right of the deer. We found the arrow, no hit at all, clean miss. So we're gonna go out and tune his bow up this afternoon and get this stuff done with the tower blind and all that out of the food plot, and then we're gonna climb right back in and get after it. So probably go ahead and put together an episode. I don't want to put together episodes that are boring and just slick heads. Anybody can go out in the woods and see a slick head. So I told everybody I was gonna show you the good, the bad, the ugly this season, but you can only make so much content with doe and fawn and little dink bucks before it's not entertaining. So I'm gonna go ahead and put together an episode here, and hopefully tonight we'll bring some action to you, and it'll really tie the episode together. So guys, continue to hang in there with us. If you haven't got down there, hit that subscribe button. I got to mention it every time. Over 65% of the people watching our videos aren't even subscribed to our YouTube channel. So go over and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and yeah, just hang in here with us, and we're gonna have a pretty impactful day today and getting things tidied up and ready to go for the rest of the season here at the farm. And then we're gonna climb in and hopefully have a successful night. So stay tuned. All right, everybody. So if you haven't seen this little life hack that I came up with, you just get these aluminum transitional strips at Lowe's or Home Depot, and it only works with the blinds that have the floor in it, so that you can screw this down, but definitely helps from the wind picking it up and pulling off the tower, and then also it deters people from coming up here and wanting to steal it. I also use screws that have a specific drill bit, so even if someone did want to come up here and mess with it, they're probably not going to have the right bit, and they're just going to walk away and not want to mess with it. But anyway, just put these on there. And then Matt, you want to show them here? So on the outside corners, we go ahead and screw those all down too. Throw one in there. I got a hook on the front, and then she'll be secure for the season. Come on in, Matt. You ain't been in the video, I don't think, all year.
No, my first appearance of the year.
Matt Malzahn, everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I was telling him earlier, we've been off, but we just haven't had any luck, and haven't been making a lot of content because we haven't gotten into the bucks yet. So, but we're out here. We got the tower up. It's up for the season, or the tower blind anyway. And then I'm getting ready to go out here and drop some of that rack one, that corn smack. So I'm gonna put that out there 25 yards in front of this blind, and then we're gonna do some other things around the farm here the rest of the afternoon, and then hop back in our blinds. I told him a little bit about your misfortune. You want to tell him what happened this morning?
It was just a bad. It was a great setup.
I told him, well, it's an amazing setup.
We got in the dark. I was gonna set up one spot, didn't quite work. I just did it in the dark, set up on the fly. And ended up being a great setup, just a bad shot at 20 yards. I'm kind of embarrassed.
Well, it's 25 yards. I'll give you that. And but I don't even think it was as much as a bad shot as I think it was a defaulty mechanical head. And that's, guys, you've heard me talk about it before, but that's why I stopped using the mechanical broadheads and went to a fixed blade, just because you don't have to
hard
worry
hit
about
on
that.
my end.
But just whenever he pulled it out, you can tell that one side came unclipped, and I bet you it came unclipped whenever he released that arrow, and it just caused it to veer to the right, because we know the bow's dialed in. And
right, just had it dialed in 3 days ago.
We don't want to do too much talking down here. We're gonna get this done. It's what, about noon now? 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. We're gonna let this thing rest for a couple hours, and then we're gonna get right back after it. All right, guys. So while Matt gets that open, doing it grizzly style with his teeth.
I will say it does taste good.
That's why I told him in my last video. This stuff, its smell is amazing.
I can confirm it tastes good.
All right, so we got the corn smack out. We got the peanut butter. We got the corn smack. Well, we got the rack one out. And got two piles about 10 yards apart. Let's see if it don't draw them in tonight. You guys are watching it live. We just put it on the ground. We're in here walking around, messing around, making noise, setting stuff up. And we'll see if we pull in a deer tonight. I don't know how much more. Matt, do you know any more of a testament than that? Put something out and it comes. What if a big old 15-point buck comes with it? Could be pretty awesome.
It'd be pretty awesome. But yeah,
Then I'll be like, y'all don't have rack one. You stupid.
No, in a few hours.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna put some more stuff up here, and then we'll drive out, and then I'll hike back in later on. So, and then Matt's got his new system.
XOP.
So he's got his new XOP in there with the sticks. Just trying, tinkering with new things, especially as much public land that we do. Just trying to find lighter and more mobile ways to get up in the tree. Because I use a big Viper, and it's heavy, it's clanky.
It's loud.
To be honest, I mean, it's comfortable. You get up there, you feel secure. You can basically get up, walk around. The thing I do like about my Viper is that it has that adjustable seat.
Right.
Throughout the day, I can kind of be in different seating positions and get my legs up and over the rest. So, but we're trying different stuff, or Matt's trying different stuff.
We'll see how it works out.
But we're gonna go climb a tree. I want to see how well it works myself. Let's get after it. Alright, so we're up here. We're all set up, ready to go. But it's hot. I mean, it's not hot, but it's warm. And inside this this blind, it's hot. So you know what time it is, guys. Zoom it in, get it. It's time to get phased out. Can't forget the hat. It's been a long day. Been up since 3:30. I know I probably don't smell the best, but at least this phase is gonna help me control some of that scent. My wind's supposed to be blowing directly that way, right into that open field, so all of this should be good, all that bedding should be good. But every now and then it swirls, so I'm just trying to take all the precautions I can tonight to hopefully not bust these deer out, because like I said, it's been a long day, been sweating all day, but we're up here, we're gonna settle in, and hopefully have a really good night. Keep hanging in there with us.
Sometimes I'd stay up for days trying hard to get away from all the things that clouded my head. There were screaming demons in my dreams every time I fall asleep, so I just got rid of my bed. I'm going crazy, crazy, I just can't help myself. Oh, I'm losing my mind and I'm running out of breath. I'm going crazy, crazy, and I can't pay my debt. I keep looking for something that I ain't found yet. My mama tried to tell me, son, if you want to be someone, a narrow road will get you in. But by the time I found the line I was supposed to be walking fine, I realized it never ends. I'm going crazy, crazy, I just can't help myself. Oh, I'm